Languages are like a gateway to another world. It's extraordinary. I don't know how many of you speak a second or third language, but honestly, it is one of the best decisions you can take. It's not hard and it will change your life. You get access to this other culture, this other reality that you would not have otherwise, this other way of thinking, of being. And what's more is when you start thinking in the second or third or fourth language, you get access to this other you. This might sound crazy, but you literally feel and act like a different person when you're speaking a different language, believe it or not. Your language in your brain starts triggering in that word all the other associations with that word. And often, depending on the language, the same word doesn't have the same significance. You know, the word bread or cheese has a very different connotation in French than bread in the United States or Australia or God knows where. The the whole concept, this whole notion of words, objects, relationships, they all have very, very different meanings and associations in different cultures. And as you start learning a language, you start learning the language by acquiring information about that culture often. And then you start building these networks in your brain as a second network of informational association. It's clothing, food, music, TV shows. When you learn language, you often start watching Netflix shows in that language. You can acquire positive or negative preconceived notions about things based on what you're consuming. You know, we are a composition of the information that we consume. And what's beautiful about that is as well, it gives you more of a balanced perspective. Sometimes when you have a single language or from a single culture, you have a singular way of looking at things. But if you take the same circumstance, and I've exercised this, and you try to think of it in, say, three different languages, you just get a slightly different perspective. And it's not that they're dissociated, but that together they give you a much more holistic, richer picture. And what I love about that is it's not just about one thing or one idea. When you speak different languages together, everything in your life has a richer, more holistic meaning and more dimension. When you speak different languages, your life has more color. So please go out there, learn a few languages. It will change you for the better, I hope.